Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just come down to Bitcoin, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin, it has broken down here. We've lost the weekly EMAs again. We never even backtested this weekly 20. This is something I was anticipating it, to be honest with you. Since we bottomed out down here, I was anticipating a retracement, running to the EMAs. We're getting two beautiful closes with a 10 EMA, and I was expecting some kind of retracement into 20 to at least retest it as resistance, fall back to support and things like that. But we've not backtested this 20 in a very long time. So this is quite concerning going forward for Bitcoin, because it's doing something it's never done. It's never gone this duration without testing the 20 weekly EMA as resistance on the weekly time frame, obviously. So it's an anomaly right now. It is something it's doing it's never done. So is it an indication that we are in this massive sort of crash scenario for Bitcoin and crypto, or is it just some kind of black swan, some kind of sell-off, some kind of bear trap? Who knows? So one thing we need to see going forward over the next few weeks here is just hold the lows, start to come back up and V-shape back up into this resistance and taking out the 20 EMA. And that's the thing I'm looking for going forward. If Bitcoin can right now get back up over 20 EMA, start to hold it as support, then for me your bottom's in from that point, okay, from wherever you came from. And that's where I will actually re-enter Bitcoin, instead of potentially trying to catch a falling knife or trying to perfectly time the bottom, because like I said to you, those that pick bottoms get smelly fingers. Now something I was anticipating here was this beautiful structure carving out. Okay, since September, we've got this ascending level support, which is exactly the same structure we've seen at the previous bottom, just there, that ascending level support into the EMAs, the two weekly closes, and then boom, break through the 20 into the 55. And this is something I was anticipating, to be honest with you. And the inverse correlation to that was the breakdown in this chart above, which is the DXY. So we got this on the DXY, but we never got what I expected on Bitcoin. So is it an anomaly? Is it some kind of black swan? Who knows? So this is why personally I did jump ship, because we are doing things in the charts here that are really worrying. Like I said to you, we're losing data, we're losing structure. So if Bitcoin does one thing right now, start to carve out something down here, I know if it goes lower, whatever, I will try and zoom in and try and find that for you. If we do start to come down and we start to V-shape back up and get back up with 20, that's where I will re-enter Bitcoin. Instead of trying to catch a falling knife, I'm looking for a close above the weekly 20 from this point. Okay, if we start to see that, then at any position wherever it is, I will buy Bitcoin again, instead of trying to perfectly time the bottom. I will try and trade it, but for me, Bitcoin is showing weakness at the minute that we can't ignore in the charts, because you're losing historical data, you're losing the lows, and most importantly here, there's something that's happening on the monthly time frame. If anything, the alts are showing more strength than Bitcoin. Okay, let me show you right now. So if we take a look at the total market cap, this is excluding Bitcoin. You can see that clearly all we've done at the moment, all we've done at the moment is double bottom. We've not lost this low. We've basically had a higher low, retest of it, potential some kind of spring or something, Wyckoff accumulation with a V-shape out of there above a 20. So again, if you're looking for an entry point in your alts, instead of trying to catch a falling knife or, to perfectly time the bottom, you could just wait for this thing to start to take out this weekly 20, and it will confirm this beautiful structural bottom down here, starting to come back up the stairs, okay? So this is the thing I'm looking for, because like I said to you, whenever you capitulate or you come down below the 20, you start to get back above, okay? This is your bull market. This is your bull market. Look at that, holding support. As soon as you start to come down, boom, 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 it's not good, okay? So one thing we just need to see going forward after this potential capitulation for the crypto markets right here is closing back up above 20, and that could just be your entry point without perfectly timing the bottom or catching a falling knife, because potentially this thing could be a falling knife, could start to do something like that, so just kick back, relax, and wait for the structure to carve out. And this is something I've been saying for a very long time. For me, I'm looking for a close above that weekly 20. If we can get back above a weekly 20, this thing potentially double bottomed and start to come back up the stairs. This is a total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. A lot of altcoins here, the likes of Ethereum, Chainlink, XRP, there's loads, Chiliz, loads of those, Quant even, loads of altcoins have not lost their low yet. So there is a bit of, there's a bit of something going around that people believe that it might be some kind of dethroning that's going on with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's just in trouble and, altcoins are looking really, really tasteful. It could be the macro environment because energy costs are soaring and things like that. Who knows? But the charts are screaming at the moment that we've not lost the low on the altcoins. So this is something we definitely need to pay attention to. If we start to fall through this, obviously, then this is coming down as well. And, Bitcoin and crypto, all of crypto is in deep shit going forward. So, we'll keep an eye on it going forward for you. But as to Bitcoin, let's take a look. If we take a look at the sort of broader view here, the macro view for Bitcoin, we've clearly got this level of resistance, which I think in time, whenever we break that, that's super bullish, and you could just enter at that point as well, which is something I've always been on about. We lost these lows, we lost the data, so it's worrying. Obviously, you're breaking down here, you're losing these EMAs, you're getting quite overextended. Like I said to you, I've never seen this of Bitcoin other than this big capitulation here, that we've never gone this far away from the EMAs. the 20 EMA without backtesting its resistance. Okay, so we are breaking down, obviously. Now you can clearly see we've got this high here and we've got this low here, which was this swing high, swing low, swing high and swing low. So all you're doing at the moment, although it's horrible, nasty, simply put, you are retracing to the 1 fib. Okay, on a sort of broader view and a macro time frame, we're retracing right now down all the way to $3,899. Now this thing can keep coming, retracing whatever it wants to do. You lose the 1 fib, your minimal target will be an impulsive move, because this will no longer be retracing for the continuation. It will actually be retracing, and this thing here will be something called a reversal wave if you start to see Bitcoin come down and lose a 1 fib at $3,899. Do I anticipate it? Absolutely not. I think, you know, potentially the crypto market's a little bit too strong for that, but anything can happen, obviously. So you can clearly see we're coming down, we're holding the 236, we come down, turn it into resistance, we lost the 382, that became resistance, and right now we're currently breaking down and we've found support on the 0.5 fib at 16,415. Immediately you can clearly see, using Fibonacci here, that if you start to lose this and turn this into resistance, your next leg of support is the golden ratio at $11,692. So if there was a mega crash over the next few weeks and this thing's just going to keep coming down, you will always see bounces on these fibs. Okay, you will always see bounces on them. So, you know, your end game here is full retracement to the 1 fib. You've got the 786 sitting there as well at $7,213. Is it going to go there? I don't know. But if you do start to fall through these fibs, these are levels of support targets where you will find support. Okay, so, you know, if you do start to retrace any deeper than the 1 fib and you put in this reversal wave, because it's impulsive, this is corrective, if this retraces any deeper, you create a reversal wave, and for me, Bitcoin is in deep poo. Okay, and your minimal target will be 1272 at $1,783, which is an absolute mega crash, isn't it? But remember, this is Bitcoin, this is crypto, anything can happen. There's no guarantees in the space. Do I think it'll happen? Personally, no. That doesn't make me a perma-bear. It's just, it's not something I foresee, to be honest with you. I think the demand is there, basically. Now, just there, you can clearly see on the golden ratio, if we take a look at this level here, the golden ratio at $11,692, you can clearly see this is this level of resistance just there. Okay, do you see that? So there's a major level of resistance just there for Bitcoin. You can clearly see here that when you've broken through it here on this big melt up, and this is a weekly time frame, you never came back to it as support. So in all of it, it could just be that Bitcoin is looking for the golden ratio. This is what I'm trying to convey to you. And all of crypto could be in trouble, and we're just breaking down. We're not going to have no V-shape. We're not going to have no recovery. We're just looking for the golden ratio. And once we get down there in the golden ratio, this is where you bottom out. You go sideways. When you break this level of resistance just there, this is where you start to accumulate your Bitcoin instead of catching a falling knife. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? Anything can happen. Like I said to you, the last sort of high for me, the last leg in the sand is this high for any impulsive move quickly into 2023, a final fifth wave. This scenario I've been looking at, this is a 1, this was a 2, this was a 3, this was your ABC wave 4, which is potentially done, okay, and then boom, you're on a wave 5. So it's all about what we do here. If we fall through this fib 050 16415, if we start to come through that, close below that, boom, we're down there on the golden ratio, and you're taking out this particular impulsive corrective scenario with your blow off top wave 5 right there for Bitcoin. That count is out the window because you've lost that wave 1 high if you head on down to the golden ratio. But obviously it's not doing it yet. I've found a level of support on the 05. There's a possibility that we'll close consistently on this and start to come back up and take out that level of resistance there. If we see that, boom, it's your entry point. So, you know, I wish I could tell you what it's going to do, but I can't. It's all about support and resistance. Hope you enjoyed that little sort of macro view on Bitcoin. At the minute, on the daily time frame, we are confirming this previous low here, the June low, as resistance. So going forward, if we start to see Bitcoin take that out, which is at around about $17,500, isn't it? If we start to see Bitcoin taking that out, because look at that resistance just there for Bitcoin. If we start to see it take it out, start to hold its support, that again could be just a really good little sweet spot for you to begin accumulating Bitcoin instead of potentially catching a falling knife right here, okay, for Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for support. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.